Hello friends, it's your girl, Veniece Antoinette.
And Amomo Chanel.
And this is another episode of
Sip
Sip and Spill. And today we brought back a fan favorite.
Yes.
I'm back. Brandon Ware's in the building.
Hey.
My friends call me Beware. My hoes call me Brandon.
And you can find him at Beware LaFlair on pretty much all your social media.
Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, like, just holler at me. I'm
Definitely.
here.
He's hilarious, so you'll definitely want to check out his stuff.
Yes.
We'll have the link down below.
Mm-hmm.
But today, he's here to talk to us about...
He's here to talk to us about inviting a girl over from the male's perspective, and we're going to kind of give him our perspective on when a girl invites a male over. So, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so Brandon, what is your take when you invite a girl over for the first time? Does a lot of thought go into it, or does she have to be at a certain level first? Or?
Well, if you invite a girl for the first time, a lot of girls might take it as disrespect because they might think, oh, he thinks I'm a hoe, or he's just trying to fuck, or he's trying to rape me, or he's trying to kill me. You know, it's a lot of things like that.
Trying to kill
You know, the rape kill thing is really big now. I never heard of that until like really been the last like couple years. It's really been like big. Like a lot of women are in fear of getting raped or getting killed if they come over to their house.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But my thing is like that's been happening for thousands of years. Like why now is it just it's like I feel like with media and social media, you know, these things have been happening for years, but we see them so often on different mediums, TV, social media. We always have our phone, you know, it's always rumors.
Yeah, it's at the forefront. So
people are always
say it all
talking
the time.
about it.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, it's not like, I don't, you know, like, I personally don't know anybody that was like, went to somebody's house for the first time and then was like beat up or like, you know, it was either like they chill, they watch TV, they smoke, they might drink, just talk, and then, you know, they left.
Yeah, it does happen. I just saw a story about somebody in Delaware. But I think that it's because now more often people meet people online and you don't really know that person and then you go to their house. So do you have to know a person in real life before they get an invite to your house, or can you know them from
I mean, I would say it all depends on your desperation level.
Your desperation level.
Right, because it's like, alright, am I like, because I feel like, alright, people that are less desperate, you know, they got options. They're like, alright, well, let's go out to, you know, women, in general, women have more options than men. Men can't just look at their phone and say, oh, even if a girl he doesn't even like, he can't hit her up and be like, hey, let's hang out, and they have sex. A girl can hit up any guy on her phone and be like, hey, let's hang out, and then if she throws it at him, he's probably going to try to catch it, you know what I mean? Like, I can hang out with a girl I don't like, throw it at her, and then I'm the creeper guy. It's like, whoa, a girl does it, it's just like, oh, whatever. Even if the guy doesn't like it, she's not a creep anymore, she's just, it's all right, whatever. Like, no, like, why aren't y'all creeps too?
But when you invite a girl over though, like, do you feel nervous about it? Do you like have any like concerns? Like,
I'm not nervous because one, I'm putting all valuables away. I'm not going to just leave
so you're
my
not
wallet out and then, I'm going to go outside real quick. Yeah, I'm not going to be no robbery. But, you know, I have weapons placed at different locations in the establishment. You know, like they got guns under the table. You know, the movies where it's like a gun underneath the dining room table or a gun taped underneath the table right when you come in the door. It's like, it's different weapons throughout the crib that's like, if something goes down, it's like, hold up. Press a button and a knife comes out underneath the table. What you doing? What are you doing with my bag? Like, where are you going? And now, like, you might be nervous. It's like, all right, I'm a big guy, so I'm not worried about she's gonna beat me up or rape me. I'm like, am I gonna fuck? Cause it's like, you're not inviting a girl over just for no reason. It's like, all right, we get to know each other, yada yada yada. But it's like, are we gonna do anything?
So your intention when you invite
that's what I'm nervous about. It's not even, oh my God, what is she gonna do? It's like, what is she gonna do?
What is she gonna do?
You know what I mean? It's like, if you invite a girl, like for example, if you go to somebody's crib, if you invite her over to your house, she can make up an excuse, oh, I gotta go pick my kids up, I gotta go pick up my grandma. Well, so no. So you gotta go to her crib. So it's like, oh, I'm free today. I don't got nothing to do. I ain't going nowhere. We gonna chill today. That's what you wanted. That's what we gonna do.
So you feel like you have more advantage when you go to her house as opposed to when she.
Not advantage, because it's not like I'm trying to like.
Well,
stay
right,
with it,
but you feel like things are more in your favor if you go to her house.
Because a girl like if you invite her over, it's like, oh, he's trying to fuck. But if she invites you over, it's like, oh, we're gonna do things on my terms. It's like, right.
So you let her think that she has the power when you go to her house.
Right, not even the power. Cause like usually you can tell if a girl's feeling you.
Right.
For the most part. But sometimes it's been girls that I've taken out on dates that we've had sex afterwards. And then there's been girls that came to the crib and we did nothing. And it's like, it is what it is. Like, some things work, some things don't. And sometimes it might be like, oh, she might just be bored. Like, my main nigga's on my nerves, so I'm not fucking with him for right now. Let me see what he's talking about. And you think, oh, I'm about to fuck. Oh, she like me. She comes to the crib and she's just bored. Like, you know what I mean? So it really, that's what it could be. Or I've had a situation where a girl had came to my crib. This was like back in college. Came to my apartment and tried to steal my Rose Bowl ring. Tried to steal it. Like, she tried to leave. Not like she tried to be sneaky, but tried to like put it on, act like she forgot she had it on. I'm like, it's falling off your finger. What you mean? You can't forget it's on your finger. So what I did was, and this was when I was at her apartment. My fault. I thought she came to my apartment. Towards the end of the semester, she came to my apartment, and she had left her wallet out. So what I did was, she was drunk as shit. I took like $50 from her wallet.
Oh my God.
But it was like,
did she give you the ring back?
She did, but it was like,
did you give her the $50 back?
I didn't.
You know what? I'm done.
So
I am so done.
She didn't try to steal my ring. That was for.
But she gave it back though.
She did.
And you didn't give her $50 back.
I mean,
was it even related, or did you just want to?
Well, it was no. It was because it was like I was like, all right, you took my ring. I came over there. I didn't hit. You tried to take my ring. I called you, and then we stopped talking for a few months. Then we seen each other at a party. We started talking again.
You know what?
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to hit again. God. And so then she came over again. I didn't hit. She was playing. Then she went to sleep right on my bed. I was like sloppy sleep. Like I couldn't even get into the bed, and I only had a twin bed at the time. It was college, and I couldn't even get in the bed. So I'm like, you gonna be sloppy drunk all on my bed, like all like leg over here, arm over there. I can't even get in beside her.
So this justified the $50.
So I was like, I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. Oh. And it was like the money was like sticking out. Wow. It was like crisp.
So ladies, be careful where you leave your wallet. Where you go to sleep.
I can't.
No, don't try no fuck shit. And then think you cool. Like, don't come over at 3 a.m. talking slick on through the text, and then when you get over there, go to sleep. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna violate you.
Well,
but I'm gonna take that 50 though. So, no. That was only, like I said, only because she tried to take my ring. That was it.
God.
But other than that, like, you shouldn't be really too nervous, because usually, like I said, it's gonna be we can just chill, smoke, talk. It's not even like a sex thing. It's like, I'm trying to get to know you. We can watch a documentary. I like to watch documentaries. We can watch TV, talk about conspiracy theories. Like, it's not like I'm trying to fall. It's never like that. But if it happens, it's like, oh, it happened. It's like, if you wash your clothes, it's like, I'm washing my clothes, I'm doing my laundry, bam. But then you find some money in the pocket. It's like, oh, shit, I'm doing my laundry and I'm finding money. It's a win-win. It's like, we chilling, get to know each other, we vibing, we chatting. So, and you want to fuck. So it's a win-win.
So are you offended if a girl maybe makes you wait a long time to come to her house?
Not come to her house.
Okay.
Because we can have sex in the car in the parking lot of the Red Lobster. You know what I mean?
So
oh, let's go out.
I can't take this today.
Because they just want you to spend money on them. That's their way of fucking you. They want you, if they can do like...
I just feel like this is ridiculous.
I'm saying,
like from a
they want to go out. They want you to take them out. Oh, he really wants more than just... But it's like, why do you think I want to spend time with you? What do you think? You know what I mean? Like I want to spend time with you to that nature.
What?
Like we gotta like what if I get
Didn't you just say we can chill?
I'm saying
watch documentaries,
out in
talk
public.
about. Oh, okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
What
Okay,
if
so basically, you don't want to go to a girl's house if you can't hit.
No, not at all. Well, it depends.
Okay.
It really depends. Like I said, I'm not trying to. If I don't hit, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna destroy your career. Because I've heard situations like that where people destroy property if they don't get what they want. You know what I mean? So
That's a bit
don't
much, yeah.
destroy my property because we can't cuddle. Like damn. But yeah, you can't. You can't expect too much. It's like I'm not like I said. I'm not expecting. I'm just expecting us to chill, vibe out, talk, get to know each other. We talk about old stories and stuff like that. And then it's like, okay, are you ready? No, but
Oh my god. So Veniece, when do you invite a guy over? Is it like a
Yeah, I just feel like from a female's perspective, it's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
I prefer going to the dude's house because I can leave whenever I feel uncomfortable.
Right.
So if I'm like not ready to go there and I can tell he is, I'll leave.
Right,
If I feel like he's coming on too strong, I'll leave. If he gets disrespectful, I'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, just anything. And it doesn't have to be that. It could just be if I don't feel like we're vibing. Because for whatever reason, sometimes men think that y'all vibing, but y'all not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
because y'all be sending the wrong signals.
Nah.
I see chicks will post screenshots on social media. Oh, this guy keeps texting me. Why did you block him? Like, why? How is he still able to have access to your text message threads?
But I feel like when you're face to face with somebody, you should be able to tell whether they vibing with you or not.
You should. I mean, no, you should. But then again, it's like you can't. There's been girls that I wanted to break up with, and I've been acting like total jerks to them, total assholes, dickheads. And they've been...
That's different though. Y'all were in a relationship.
They've been... Not even a relationship. It's just been like...
They didn't pick up the vibe.
It's like, damn, I haven't talked to you in weeks. Like...
I'm kind of opposite.
Why are you sending me news?
I like to feel like I kind of have the upper hand on things, like you said, that you feel like girls think they have.
But,
and I feel like if you come to my house, then I kind of could set up like how the situation is gonna go. I could say, oh, I'm tired, blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm tired too.
I was about to say, no.
What is
So force his way back to that? No.
Wait, so as a
well, no, I'm
where
saying
God
like
has
I've
come...
been in situations where I tried to like hit at I wanted the dude to leave by saying like, oh, I'm tired, oh, I gotta get up early in the morning, or saying something nice. And then I had to explicitly tell him, like, you gotta go, because he just was not getting it. It was just like, oh, okay, let's go to bed. No, I'm gonna go to bed.
Let's go to bed.
Oh, he was like, oh, you wanna wash your hair? Yeah, I can help you wash your hair. No, I'm good. Like, it's just, nah. So I guess that's why I prefer to go to the dude's house, because I've been in situations where it got uncomfortable with me having to basically explicitly tell the person, like, you gotta go, or open the door and tell them to leave. Like, I've had my roommate try to help me out one time. Like, it just...
Oh, yeah.
It gets real.
Text me,
and it gets really...
Call me in a panic in like 10 minutes.
Well, no, my roommate was in the house, and she heard me trying to get rid of this dude, and he started getting loud with me, because he was just like, why would you have me come over here? So...
What you mean you ain't got no more pancakes left? Hey, girl, you need some help?
So, like, for me, it's like a man is going to be overpowering to a woman, because obviously he's going to be bigger than me, stronger than me.
True.
And then if you're putting bass in your voice, that's going to come off
hold up.
like intimidating to me. So for me, that's why I prefer to go to his house first.
For every situation where you've been over a guy's crib for the first time, for the first couple times, and there's one bad, how many times has it one good? Either it was a regular chill time, or y'all might have had sex or just did whatever. You might have ate it. You might have loved. Oh, that was good.
But I'm saying I prefer to go to a dude's house.
Right, but how many times has it been, like you said, there's been times where it's been uncomfortable and you've had to tell him to leave and all that?
So you're saying when a dude came to my house?
And no, anytime if you went to his house or he's coming to your house, when it's
I don't invite a lot of dudes in my house, so
that's what I'm saying.
How does it happen in general?
Well, for me, I don't let it get uncomfortable if I'm going to his house, because I just leave.
Yeah, how many times has it not been uncomfortable? Like there's been times. You talking about the times where you've been uncomfortable. What about the times where you haven't been uncomfortable? There's been times when you said I had a chill time, where he came over your house, or you went over his house and it was like a chill.
I don't think it's
Ever been like that?
For me to even go to your house or ask you to come to my house, I feel like I have to know you in a certain way that I don't think it would get uncomfortable. So I really haven't had that situation. Until I know you on that level, I just stay in public.
No, I'm saying if there isn't, you've been comfortable. He's like, I like this guy. He's cool. I feel comfortable with him.
I've definitely been in that scenario.
I'm gonna go over.
Times.
I'm not trying to have sex with him. Maybe I am. I'm grown, but
like most of the time, I don't like going to a dude's house or him come to my house unless we've hung out in public multiple times.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie and say every time I went to a dude's house after the fact it was comfortable, because it wasn't. That's why I usually left. So. It was a mix. I'm not going to say it was more one or more the other, but for me personally, my experiences, I would say it's a mix.
There's been times like there's been situations where it's like, all right, I'm not really, you know, I mean, I'll go over. I'm not, you know, I got options right now. This time in my life, so I'm not really like looking for anything. If it happens, it happens, and it's been chill. But there's times where it's like, yo, I'm on a drought and I'm over, and I'm gonna try whatever I can to get in those jobs. And then I've dealt with situations where I went over to the girl's crib for the first time, and she had all these kids over, and little cousins, little nephew. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Why'd you invite me over?
Oh my god, because she knew he wasn't fucking. That's why. I was gonna invite you over when all the little cousins and that, but then I've been in situations where the girl invited me over and her kid was asleep in the next room, and we was in the other room getting it in, and it was like, if you don't mind, I don't mind. And then in situations where it's like, one time, I went to this girl's shop for the first time, but I didn't have a ride there. I got a ride over there. I didn't have a ride back. She lived like way across the river, and it went bad. She catfished me. Got there, she had like she had all the angles that you could think of. I'm like, oh, she's bad. I go to the crib, answer the front door. I'm like, where's Madison at? And
say her name.
She blocked me, I think, on social media or something. Even if she didn't, or whatever. But yeah, I'm like, she's like, I'm Madison. I was like, oh, okay. And you know, it was such a long trek. You know, I did so much to get there. So I ended up, you know what I mean. We did. You know what I mean. I was like, fuck, I'm here now. So I'm gonna take my anger out on the pussy, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. But then she started acting really weird after I hit it. She was like, I guess I hit that spot, and she was like enamored, and she was like acting really weird, and I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here. This is time for me to go. But I couldn't leave. I was stranded out there. So
you had only met her online before?
Yeah, I met her on Facebook.
That's the danger.
And then I was like scared, like there was no crazy noises in the house. I was like, what was that? Oh my god, what was that? Like, it was just like I didn't feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. So
that's another thing you have to think about, like who's about to come in here when you don't really know that person's house like that. Like who actually else lives here? Who may be popping up? Is it like a crazy baby mom, a crazy girlfriend that's gonna come knocking on the door?
Cops.
You never know.
SWAT raid.
Mm-hmm.
You chill, you heard boom.
I was about to say, like, what do y'all think about like having somebody come to your house that you met online, whether like Facebook or
online it's big now. Like you're gonna meet a lot of people online,
mm-hmm.
so it's like it's not as. Back in the day, it was like, "Wow, you met somebody online? That's crazy." But now
yeah,
it's like,
but I'm saying like inviting them to your house.
I think it still is crazy. No, I think that's crazy.
I mean, back in like, you know, in the 90s sitcoms.
So you would be comfortable like meeting a girl online and inviting her to come to your house for the first time?
That's what I'm referring.
Because you don't have to be scared for your safety.
Right. So I'm not scared.
I would say I'm the complete opposite. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean,
right, yeah, it's different.
It's
definitely differences in what you can and cannot do.
Because even if I meet somebody online, I don't even want them to come to my house to pick me up, to be honest. Like, I prefer either like catching an Uber there, or I know my ex-boyfriend always makes a joke, but it's true. Like, our first date, I met him like on a dating app. And our first date, I actually gave him the address to a bank that was like around the corner from my house for him to come pick me up.
You could have made out of 100 steps. Mattress hard as shit.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. But even
like
my dad's a man, and he was telling me his thought on like that type of thing, like Tinder dating. He was like, you go out with a lady, and next thing you know, somebody's making a sacrifice out of you. So I feel like.
Wait, she said my dad's a man.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about like his state, like protecting himself like a female would. But still, it's crazy females out here. They will.
Right, some girls know UFC. Like, they will chop
no, there's girls really out here robbing dudes. Like,
right, some girl, I know the one girl, my friend, he had got set up. This girl came in and she like fucked the shit out of him. And so he was like asleep on the bed. And she like unlocked the door and like somebody came in and stole all his shit.
Yeah.
And then she was, and then I think he met her like at the club, and then like he said he didn't know. I don't think she drugged him. He was drunk and she just
Or even if she doesn't try to hurt you, what if she just like pops up like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood.
Yeah, like that happened before. One time this girl came over, and then as she was coming in, this other girl tried to pull up. Like she was like, "Oh, I forgot my scrunchie." I'm like, "You really?"
She forgot her scrunchie.
Drove over here for a scrunchie.
I also feel like age plays a huge factor in it, because like, especially for women, like as you get older, you realize that when a dude is inviting you over, whether it's for the first time or if it's like after your date or whatever it is, it's because they have the intention of sex. So like, you know, when you were younger, like teenagers or college or whatever, you were just learning, didn't know any better. But as you get to like your mid to late 20s, it's kind of like, okay, in my life, this many dudes have invited me over, and this many dudes tried to have sex with me when they invited me over, or vice versa. I invited this many dudes to my house, and this many of them tried to have sex with me at my house. Yeah. So if you're not like trying to have sex with somebody, then you should be old enough to know. Or for the younger people, take my wisdom and know that if you do not want to have sex with a dude, do not invite him to your house and don't go to his house. Or if you want to go to his house, go, but leave. Like,
right. Or I think maybe if you get at a certain level with a person, then they can be at your house and maybe you'll have understanding of what's going on. But like, yeah, like she's saying, when you're just meeting somebody, if you have a first date and someone's, oh, can I come back to your house? Or you want to come back to my house? Nobody just wants to watch a movie. That's not just it.
Because I hear like some of my friends, and it is so frustrating. Like, I hear some of them all the time, like, yeah, girl, you know, I met this guy and I really liked him. Then he invited me over. He's just like everybody else. I'm like, why did you go to his house, bro? Like, we're too old for this. We are way too old for this. Like, I'm not even that old. I'm 25 years old and I know better than that. Come on now.
But we, like you said, we're grown. We're adults at this point.
Right,
yeah.
So it's like, what if you want to go to someone?
Right, that's fine if that's what you want. But
no, but I'm saying like with the same complaints though. Like, it's like if you're grown and you just want to do it, own up to it. That's fine. But if you're out here like every single time you go on a date or every time you go to a dude's house, you calling me afterwards complaining because he tried to have sex with you or you found yourself sitting on then you want to call me and complain about it. I'm like, first of all, you are too grown. Like,
he manipulated me.
No, seriously, they're gonna try, but you don't have to be like, well, I didn't want to be rude. You gotta try.
Because I've been in situations where girls they thought they were unattractive or I was gay because I didn't try, even if they weren't even trying to have sex with me. They just he didn't even try.
So you feel like you have to.
You gotta at least try to touch
I'm not gonna lie though. That's true.
You know,
sometimes like. Maybe not the first time, but after a while, if a dude doesn't try anything, I might think like, okay, I think
oh my god, do I still got it? You don't want a girl to think that, to have low self-esteem, be self-conscious. That's not right. So you have to at least try. Not uncomfortable try, but just brush the titty and then see what happens. And then, you know what I mean? You don't just, if you're chilling with a girl.
You think it's game to not try, like, have everything,
I definitely have heard.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You go, oh, I'm not gonna do nothing to her. But even though you want to, but it's like, she thinks she was
because on the first date, if they don't ask you to, like, you know, do anything afterwards, it's like, oh, that's different. Like,
right, it's just that she might give it to you just because.
I think the first date is like, I don't think it's weird if the first date they don't try anything, but after like a few dates, that's when I'm like, okay, something's off here.
Right.
And I had a dude who I actually like really dated when I lived in Philly. He explicitly told me that was his strategy with me. He was like, I could just tell that you weren't used to that. I was like, I'm not gonna lie though, he definitely kept me intrigued. Like, so
it's all about intrigue.
He definitely kept me intrigued.
Like, cause we're grown. Like I said, I had Twitter since 2009.
Yes, you have.
Had Facebook since 2008. You know what I mean? So there's been people I've been following for years. We grew up together, pretty much. So when you say, oh, I don't know you like that. I've been following you for 5 years. I know your whole schedule.
You know what? Shut your mic off.
Family, holidays,
I didn't know where he was going with this.
And
I've been
your
following
niece's
you.
birthdays.
Following somebody
all
on
your
social
little
media.
events and shit you going to, all your problems. I know everything that you've been going through.
You
I already
know
know you. We've been on so many dates you don't even realize. I know all your innermost thoughts, your innermost feelings.
But
I know
no,
what
the
you like.
sad part
You
is
talk about
that
what
he
you like
actually
sexually.
has a valid point. That's the sad part.
I know what you
really
like sexually. I know what kind of
point.
guys you like. I know what turns you on. I know what makes you laugh. I know what makes you cry.
I know who your
I know
best friends are. I know who your mama and
I
them
know
is.
everything about you. What do we need to go on a date for?
Oh my
You just want me to spend some money on you so you can feel like a pimp. So I need some pussy so I can feel like a pimp. That's what it is. It's like it's a fair exchange.
He has a valid point. However, that is not fair at all to compare somebody's social media account. Because first of all, a lot of people are different.
People
on social
lie.
media
People
than
lie in
they are
person too.
Yeah.
How many times you been told, "Oh, I ain't got no girlfriend." Tell them right now, you got 3 girlfriends. Like, oh.
But even if they're like not lying, you just might have like a lot of people who are shy on in real life are like hilarious on social media.
Right, of course.
Or like they're like
people who are hilarious in real life don't even use social media. You know what I mean? Shit
Yeah.
like that. But there's situations where it's like it lines up perfectly. You know what I mean? They are who they are in real life and on social media.
So you've done all the dating you need.
So have you actually told
I've dated
somebody
so
this
many-
before?
I've dated so many different types of girls. It's crazy. Hood rats to scholars. Like it's been
Hood rats.
big, tall.
The girl invited you to her house for the first date. Do you have the impression that it's going down, pretty much?
No, not because
Okay.
there's not always like that. There's been situations where I went to the girl's house for the first time. It wasn't a date. A date. Well, personally, a date is just spending time together, getting to know one another. It's not at a restaurant or at some swanky poetry reading. You know, it could be. We walking down the Susquehanna River talking, or we just sitting at Strawberry Square talking, or we ride around in the car talking. That's a date. You riding around, I'm riding around, I'm running errands. You with me? That's a date. That's not.
So it didn't go down, and you weren't like disappointed. Like you.
It depends on how cool she was, and then also future implied pussy. It's like, all right, well, she didn't give me no pussy this time, but I can tell I'm getting somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you can tell you're getting somewhere, I was like, all right, she let me touch her butt, she didn't slap my hand away. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, that's cool. Like, cause it was like, if I touch your butt and you slap my hand away, like, I feel like you're not even attracted to me. This is like, if we're done, like I don't know you, we're chilling, we're vibing, and I try to touch you, and you like, you know what I mean? I'll be like, whoa, you don't really, you know what I mean? Because if a girl tried to do that, even if I didn't want to fuck, if she tried to do that, I'll go, oh yeah, you know what I mean? I'm attracted to you, I like you, I want you to do that.
So if a girl invites you over if you invite a girl over for y'all's first date to your house, do you have the intention of sex?
Not every time. It depends on the girl. It depends
Okay.
on not every time. I might just maybe not the first time, but the second time definitely. But it's like, what else do you need to know? Like,
So Amber, would you invite a dude to your house if you weren't ready to have sex?
Possibly. It depends on where we're at. Like maybe if he knows that about me, then yeah. But
Yeah,
I feel like it's not fair for me to invite a guy over and I haven't let him know like I'm not really there right now.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't believe in doing
Yeah, I think communication is very important.
communication's key.
It's very important, especially when you are dealing with like somebody's home, like
Right.
like where I stay at. Like that's I think that's important. Today's lessons that we learned from the 3 of us for men, even though they want or may have the intention of having sex when they invite you over, it's not always necessary, right? Is that what you were saying?
Not always. It depends on the situation, but he's not inviting you over just to play checkers. And especially after, maybe not the first time, but the second or third time, he's definitely trying to fuck. So just be mindful though.
Did you just say checkers?
He's like, hey, let's play checkers and just talk about love and hip hop. Like,
Oh my god.
no.
And on the lady's perspective,
Let's watch Sip and
If
Spill,
you-
just chill.
do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch Sip and Spill, chill. But then, you know.
You might sip some and have something to spill.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Spill them the drawers.
You know what? And for the ladies, if you are not at a space where you feel comfortable to have sex, just don't involve the house
Leave.
situation. Don't
too.
Yeah, or if you go to his house, just leave, or don't invite him to your house. Just wait until you're ready, and then do that, because you don't want to waste his time. You don't want to waste your own time.
We're gonna keep trying. If you stay, if I try and you stop me, and then it's like you're like playing around with it, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta try.
Yeah, that's gonna be their intent. So
yeah. And last, open communication. Yes. Just communicate your intentions with each other, and communicate what's comfortable, what's not. And it should go smoothly. Yep. So that wraps up today's episode. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big old thumbs up.
Like, share,
share, all of that. Also, make sure you check Beware's information, which will be in the description box down below. Follow him, love him. He's hilarious.
I'm here for you. If you need problems, you got any problems, DM me. We can talk. Give you some advice. Real deal advice.
Alright, so thanks for checking us out, and until next week, deuces.